organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
Coming up tonight on this Monday edition of Daily Iowan TV, bye-bye birdie. The slow death of one disease has Iowa farmers rejoicing.
And the winter weather strikes again. We have the latest on what slowed down drivers on I-80 Sunday afternoon.
Find out which Iowa athlete is helping his team climb the national rankings.
Tonight is all about hoops, later on in sports.
We've got all that and more coming up.
Daily Iowan TV starts now.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Taylor Brooks.
And I'm Katie Rueber.
One person is dead and another seriously injured after an accident that took place on I-80 Sunday afternoon. A report from the Iowa State Patrol says Caitlin Richards of Coralville ran into the back of an SUV, knocking it into a semi-trailer. The driver of the SUV was reportedly killed during the crash and one passenger who survived. Both the driver and passenger have not been identified, but were said to be from Swisher, Iowa. Daily Iowan TV would like to remind all drivers to use extreme care when operating your car in these winter conditions as it continues to snow.
Iowa egg farmers are starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel following the bird flu. The outbreak left 24 million hens dead in the state and nearly double that number nationwide. A statement released from the U.S. Department of Agriculture says the number of egg-laying hens is up 6% from last month at nearly 40 million. Yet, although production numbers are rising from previous months, they are still down this year, 44% lower than a year ago. Officials say the numbers so far are in line with industry predictions.
OWI, or operating while under the influence arrests, have hit a 10-year peak in Iowa City, and the local police force is taking action against drunk driving. According to the recent statistics released by Iowa City Police, there were 52 more people arrested for OWIs last year than 2014. Police Officer Oleta McKenna shared some resources that students can utilize as opposed to driving drunk. Also, they said it's important for students to understand the law and consequences of impaired driving to avoid the accidents.
Just 1 week away from the Iowa caucuses, Democratic presidential candidates will square off one more time and address voters at a town hall meeting in Des Moines. Candidates Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton are in a deadlock race to win the state of Iowa. Monday's town hall event will be a great opportunity for either candidate to leave it all out there for Iowa voters. Clinton still leads in Iowa while Sanders is favored more in New Hampshire. The event is hosted by the Iowa Democratic Party.
At least 28 people are dead and another 65 injured near Cameron's northern border with Nigeria after 4 suicide bombers attacked a town. The governor of the area claims the bombers traveled from Nigeria and are part of the Islamic State's regime in Nigeria called the Boko Haram. This attack is the 5th of the month in Cameron. Amnesty International and the United States say the group has killed nearly 20,000 people and displaced 2.3 million more.
3 men considered to be dangerous and potentially armed are on the loose after escaping a maximum security prison in Orange County, California. The 3 men were all awaiting trial for violent crimes, one for suspected murder. They are believed to have escaped through the roof of the prison after cutting their way through various metal bars. The inmates reportedly escaped 16 hours before any guards noticed. Police officials say they're unsure of how the inmates got the tools necessary to complete the escape. Federal authorities are offering up $50,000 to anyone who has knowledge of the whereabouts of the 3 missing men.
Former Wisconsin police officer pleads guilty to first-degree murder. Steven Zelich just pleaded guilty to the murder of Oregon teen Jenny Gomez in August of 2012. He is also the suspect in the murder of Laura Simonson that occurred in March of 2013. Both women's remains were found in suitcases along a highway near Lake Geneva in June of 2014. His sentencing in the Gomez case is scheduled for March 30th.
Over the weekend, the nation's capital and largest and surrounding areas were hammered with snow. Dubbed the biggest snowstorm since Snowmageddon in winter of 2010, nearly all states of the East Coast received some snow. Cities in some places were hit with as much as 42 inches of snow. The large amount of snow is creating problems with work commutes. The lengthy process is also more expensive than experts anticipated. Officials say the cost to remove snow throughout northeastern cities will be in between $350 and $700 million. In New York City alone, it will cost $1.8 million per inch of snow removal.
Well, we are definitely not seeing anything like Snowstorm Jonas on the East Coast, but we have seen a little bit of snow today.
Yes, we have. We were definitely spoiled over the weekend with
sure
that
were.
warm weather. And today, winter is back. Let's toss it over to the weather studio to Sydney Zatz to get more on that.
Thanks, guys. The weather has started to warm up over the weekend, yet snow is expected for Monday night. But first, here's a little update about Winter Storm Jonas, the storm that hit the East Coast over the weekend. The storm mostly hit the northeast part of the country. Washington, D.C. was walloped with about 2 feet of snow, but that's nothing compared to West Virginia that came in at 42 inches of snow. 14 other states were hit as well with a foot of snow or more. Taking it back to the Midwest, on Tuesday we'll drop down to chilly 24 degrees with overcast skies in the afternoon. Expect temperatures to go up slightly in the evening. The temperature will fall to 25 degrees. But don't worry, Wednesday will climb back up into the 30s during the day and into the high 20s at night. The rest of the week is looking pretty warm, ranging from a high of 39 to a low of about 27. It looks like clear skies ahead with some cloudiness over the weekend. Well, that's all I have for you guys. Back to you.
With the new year comes new resolutions. As people strive for a healthier lifestyle, University of Iowa's Campus Recreation and Wellness Center is at its busiest time of year. It seems half the campus is working to lose weight, gain muscle, and simply be fit. The 3-story CRWC is the perfect place to do so. Since the beginning of January, attendance has increased, likely due to New Year's resolutions and the countdown to spring break. Since the university students moved back to Iowa City in mid-January, the daily turnout surges even more as gym goers use the equipment and facilities. Employees anticipate the rec's attendance to go back to normal by the end of February or after spring break. Until then, the CRWC will be full of members working towards self-improvement. While another place on campus that is definitely buzzing is Carver Hawkeye Arena.
It really is. That Iowa men's basketball team lost to Division II Augustana in exhibition at the beginning of the season, but undefeated in the Big Ten now.
I know it. We have Hannah Thompson and Zach Mackey over in the sports studio. First it was football and now it's basketball.
That's right, guys. It's been a very, very crazy couple of months here for Iowa athletics.
Absolutely, and this Monday evening, all the focus is on that nationally ranked Iowa men's basketball team. Fran
McCaffrey's team has had an impressive run so far this season with a 7-0 start in their Big Ten conference play.
As the rankings were released this Monday morning, Iowa grabbed the number 3 spot with only Oklahoma and University of North Carolina in front of them.
Iowa is one of the 5 Big Ten teams ranked in the top 25 with the company of both their most recent opponents, Purdue, and their next matchup, Maryland.
Now that's right, Zach, and I was courtside for the team's Sunday matinee against the Boilermakers, and it was definitely an exciting one. Check it out. The number 9 Iowa Hawkeyes came out to play against the number 22 Purdue Boilermakers, and it was nothing short of action-packed. But into the second half, Iowa's defense came out and carried the team to their 7th Big Ten victory. Both teams were leaving it all on the hardwood right from the start, fighting neck and neck all throughout the first 20 minutes. With a score of 35-33 Purdue after the first half, Coach McCaffrey said he knew what needed to get fixed for better play.
I don't think we were as sharp as we needed to be with our defensive game plan. We were close in the first half. You know, we were not putting as much pressure on the ball. We were not we were not reacting. We gave up a couple easy hoops on out-of-bounds plays. Iowa came back out with a vengeance with nearly all starters scoring within the first few minutes and the defense shutting down key playmakers on Purdue. As reserve players came in, Ellingson, Bear, and Ewell all made their mark on their lead.
Dom hit 2 threes, Bear hit a big 3, Mahad played great defense. We all need to step up, and I thought we did a good job with that.
And that mark definitely doesn't go unnoticed, as other players say they provide the spark the team needs when things aren't going as planned.
Yeah, our bench is play the way they've been playing all year, which is awesome. And you know, they just come in every game and pick us up, and you know, do the little things that they need to do. And you know, Bear and Dom, they were tremendous. Ahmad came in, Brady hit some big shots. It was awesome to see that over the bench.
This win over Purdue has given Iowa another win to their 6-0, now 7-0 streak, and has made it their best start to a season since 1987 with an overall record of 16-3.
Though all the Iowa players from on and off the bench gave a huge effort, one put in a little bit extra. I'll toss it over to Jordan Maloney for more.
That's right, Hannah. Adam Woodbury kept up the energy despite spending a lot of time on the bench with 4 personal fouls. The 7'1" senior motivated his teammates by telling them if they don't score, they can't win. With 13 points and 10 rebounds, Woodbury helped bring his team to victory and proved to be a threat to opposing teams, receiving respect from his teammates for his tough performance.
Yeah, Woody played tremendous tonight. You know, it's not easy to wrestle with Haas and Hammonds all game, and to be able to do that and then get the numbers that he did, you know, he's a big reason why we won this game. He played tremendous.
Whether he was making baskets against the Boilermakers or cheering on his team from the bench, Adam Woodbury brought new intensity to the matchup.
I'm excited about the win. Played a very good team, and we were able to come away with a win. It's a collective effort. Everybody kind of did their part, weak side help, digging some, and obviously rebounding.
Bringing high energy and intense defensive drive, the Sioux City native has become an important leader for the Hawkeyes.
He's been since the day he got here. I mean, that's always what he's been. That's why I love him. I think he's, over the years, you know, you can see the development in his game due to the experience, just being out there and playing against really good players every night. I mean, he was special today, Adam Woodbury.
For Hannah Thompson, I'm Jordan Maloney, reporting from inside Carver Hawkeye Arena with Daily Iowan TV Sports.
Tell you what, basketball is usually a game of runs, and this game definitely showed that.
Absolutely, the crowd was so into it. It was so much fun to watch.
Well, Adam Woodbury and the rest of the Hawkeyes head to College Park, Maryland this week to take on the Terps in a Thursday night Big Ten matchup.
It should be an intense battle as Maryland is 6-2 in conference games, with their only losses coming from number 12 Michigan State and Michigan.
We will have more on that game later this week, but for now, that's all the time we have today in the sports studio. But check back in tomorrow where we'll flip the script from basketball to gymnastics.
Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Zach and Hannah. That game on Thursday will definitely determine a lot for this team. Then they bring it back to Iowa City on a Sunday for Northwestern. But we have a birthday today. Pokemon turned 20 today.
Happy birthday, Pokemon. The beloved game series is celebrating its 20th anniversary this year and will be premiering this new commercial during Super Bowl 50.
Nintendo will be releasing their newest games, Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow, to the eShop on February 27th. But that's all we have for you tonight on Daily Iowan TV.
Be sure to check out our website, dailyiowan.com, for all the latest news. For Daily Iowan TV, I'm Katie Rueber.
And I'm Taylor Brooks. Have a great night.